Hello, it has been a little bit. I think I've put 2 videos out since February. My next video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So, this is some old footage that I was going to put out, a few months ago. So, this is a church yard sale, and it's indoors, which is nice. And I usually go, they do it every year, so I usually stop in every year. I did not pick up a ton this time. This is actually the church. I don't know if you remember, I got some like 1960s kin in Switzerland sets. So this is that same sale. This person's booth was quite crowded. I think you could see several people. So I just try to peek around people to see is it worth standing and waiting, or should I just try and come back and look? So I do kind of just skirt around a little bit. Got some old books. And that little head thing, I don't know. I probably should have looked at that. I think that's a Halloween thing. Now, this booth had some really great albums, and I probably should have bought some, even just for personal use. And I was, kind of considering it. Should I not? You'll see I look at a Journey album right here, and I flip it over to see what songs are included. And we only have one record player right now that my son uses. So I was like, how often will we use it? I do have regret. I kind of wish I would have picked some up. It's hard to find those more popular albums out and about. So next time I will definitely pick up at least one to add to our collection. I know some CDs can sell, especially if you do a lot of like 90s rap or a lot of one artist in particular. Sometimes those can sell. And so I always take a quick look, and I usually never end up picking them up. Some Christmas items here. Those little Santas were cute. And actually, I'm just now noticing the snowman boxes. Nothing really standing out to me. I'm not sure if you guys are resellers or if you have the same issue, but I'm finding more and more it's a lot of pallets and stuff like that, which typically, if they're being sold as overstock on a pallet, odds are they weren't that popular to begin with. I know sometimes they might have just overpurchased, but so a lot of times I don't spend a lot of time on that stuff simply because I think the odds of it selling are pretty slim. I do like more of the vintage items. Don't get me wrong, I do sell some new stuff occasionally, but I think the majority of what I sell is, vintage. So now we are at Goodwill. And first thing that caught my eye was this fishing lure belt. Checking out some Halloween. I kind of have to be in the mood for Halloween stuff. I've stated before, it's not my favorite. I know this stuff can sell because people really get into Halloween. I am just not one of those people. And so it's, yeah, not my best thing to source. Okay, I grabbed these Jello items to look up because they looked older. I know the like Jello egg molds can sell, so that's why I picked these up to check. I saw this. It is like a writing pen. It's like an educational thing, so I pulled that down. I'm gonna look that up. Spoiler alert, it does go back. Actually, I think that the Jello goes back as well. And this is a mop refill by Rubbermaid, so I will look that up. And then this is a, what is that brand? Because I didn't show it very well. I can't remember what that brand is. I think I may take a break on picking up some mop heads and stuff like that. They're not fast movers. I don't know. I guess I'll consider it. If it's cheap enough, I probably will still pick it up because they don't take a ton of room. They just aren't fast sellers. So I'm looking at the health and beauty items, checking for any dates and stuff like that. And short girl problems, it's hard to pay attention to raise both hands above my head, one to reach for items and one to record. And as you know, always got to check out the games, looking for personal or reselling, those unique different ones that you don't find everywhere. There's lots of puzzles. My thing about puzzles is, what are the odds that all the pieces are in there? Okay, I did grab a game out, and it's a surprise for you because clearly I don't show it, but I will tell you, whatever it was, it did not make it home with me. Okay, that Halloween thing was so weird. I always take a quick look at the mugs. As you know, nothing really jumped out at me. I didn't spend a lot of time there either. Clearly, I am not one of the, pro resellers where I am digging into everything. I'm kind of a sensory person. I don't know if anyone else is that same way. Let me know if you are. But feeling everything and how grimy it gets. Oh, I've said it before, like those little handy wipes. We keep them in the car, but sometimes I try not to touch everything. I hate how your hands feel grimy after looking. So I thought this might be, unique enough that it might be worth something. It was like a fishing, I don't think it was a game. Maybe it was a game. But so I put it in the cart to look it up, and it does not have any value, so it goes right back. Now, at the beginning there, just a couple minutes ago, there was that blue and red glass. I know some of that stuff can sell, but I just need to look up more info. Like, how can you really tell? I know when it's flashed, when it's missing some of its paint, but I just don't know how to tell if it's all intact, whether it is actually red glass or just flash. There was some others on the top shelf there too. I always like that lusterware. I like that look. I think that was newer though, not older. I'm always peeking for any Cutco knife that might stick out. It has a unique handle, and that's a quick way to see if there's one in there. Okay, so we did hit a Goodwill today, and I found this Do It Now letter holder, like the 1970s style. That was $4. And I did pick up the belt I showed you, the mop refill that I showed you, the Rubbermaid one, and then, sorry for the crinkling bag. And we picked up this grab bag. Mostly for those Sharpie markers, because those are those thick ones. So this was $3. You'd pay more than $3 just for those Sharpie markers. So I'm sure there are other things in there, some envelopes and stuff that we'll just use, but picked that up. And then I picked up this cute little basket purse with the floral imprint, very sort of cottagecore-esque, and that was $5. And then we went to an indoor yard sale close to us, but that was not as much luck. This is all I left with from there. It's, oh, that's very sunny, but it's a horse wall hanging. It's metal, and it was made in Mexico. I need to do some like cleaning up. There's like sticky stuff, but not a big deal. For $1, I will pick it up. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'm sorry I was not very consistent here in the last few months. Again, I'm going to take a little time and explain some of that in the next video. And I hope you guys have a great day. Until next time.